Well, my compression test, cylinder 1 is 210, 3 is 220, 5 is 205, number 7, that piston is 175.
I ain't be pulling that apart.
Thanks, buddy.
It's Tucci in the house, the #1 film guys in the business.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? We're back out here again. Last video you saw, we went out with Nick's car, tried out some nitrous stuff, and we had high hopes, but it was only the first time. We only made one pass, as you already know, being you saw the video, hopefully, then. But if you haven't, go check it out. We went to Capitol and made our first nitrous pass. And after that, if you saw that video, you knew that the car started running like shit. Right now, we are checking over the motor. We know that we potentially might have carburetor issues, but we're checking the motor first to see if we heard it or not. We're gonna do a compression test, which is only the second time I've ever done it. So it's a good learning experience for me. Gonna go over the motor and make sure that we didn't hurt it, and then from there, we'll start messing with the carburetor stuff and see if that's the issue. So despite the car eventually not running that great, we do know the nitrous kit works, so that is, at least we have some positive that came out of it. The nitrous did come on, which is good. Now we just gotta figure out what's going on with the motor, and then obviously figure out how to get the car down the track on nitrous, which is a whole nother process. So going so far, looking at the plugs, they don't look that bad so far. I got a couple more to go. To my knowledge, and to my dad's knowledge, these seem fine. They all look pretty much the same. So that's
No, that was the first one or the back one?
the back one.
So that's 2468.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
$220.
Just tell the viewer what the first one was.
$210.
Okay, so small discovery here. We've had 210, 220, 205, 175. So I'm learning right now that that is not ideal. So we're gonna finish this up and then obviously see what we got at the end, but that is not ideal.
It's in a horrible compression ratio.
Yeah.
But next to 210.
Yeah. So as you can see, Dad is taking the valve cover off.
Put that on the golf cart.
Yeah.
So what I'm looking for here is a possible broken valve spring, which I don't see. Something just not right. And the odd part is everything seems right, which sucks. Let's tap it. We're gonna watch these two.
Okay.
They look like they're working. What's your compression at? I know we did it a lot more than that, but
210.
it's not good.
All right, so now we got my side, which is all very close. So we still have the mysterious cylinder number 7 at 175. So he's gonna try it again to see, what happens a third time that we try it. But everything seems to be relatively close in between 205 and 215 in all of them besides cylinder 7.
Hello, this is maybe episode number 3 for all you dads out there that get abused by your children when you think you're doing everything you can for them. As my son was trying to put the compression tester in the cylinder and having a hard time, I just told him he has to, chill out a little bit and get it together. At which point, he barked at me and basically treated me like an asshole. So for all you dads out there, feel your pain, get on with it. 175. We got a problem, boys and girls.
No. All right, so right now we're putting some air through cylinder 7 right now, see if we can feel it coming out any other parts of the motor. As of right now, we're looking good. We don't feel it or anything coming out of the carburetor or anywhere else, so we're on a good track, at least for right now. Come on, say hi here, say hi to the fans.
Hi, fans. What the hell?
So what do we got here? What's it called? Yeah, but what's it? Little camera you bought.
Overpriced snap-on camera.
We're in.
Yeah, show me, my Uncle Peter, and my dad, the only 3 people watching this video after it's out. What's going on?
Well, I can see clearly a spark plug hole. So that's a valve, that's a piston. And you see what I see right there?
Something on the side, like a ring.
Right there.
Yeah. So let me turn the engine a little bit. Get the piston down.
Lifted the whole top of the piston.
What? What?
You see it?
Yeah.
What? I'm melted.
Am I crazy or is that
No, I'm melted.
a melted piston?
Pull the head off.
Hold on. Well, my compression test, cylinder 1 is 210, 3 is 220, 5 is 205, number 7, that piston is 175.
I ain't be pulling that apart.
Thanks, buddy. So basically, the car didn't run good at Capitol. We do, I believe, have a carburetor problem still. It's dumping fuel when the motor's not running, but we took a boroscope from Snap-on Tools and we checked our low cylinder. That was at 175 pounds on a compression test. And to me and to us, it looks like we have a bad piston.
Or it looks bad enough that we have to at least take the head off to look for ourselves.
We will let the engine builder, Scott Merkel, look at this picture tomorrow. But we're down about 30 pounds of compression on this cylinder from every other cylinder. And you know the old saying, pictures tells 1,000 words. So the picture says, I gotta come out.
All right, so day 2 back out here. Spoke to a couple different people today. He called Scott Merkel, the engine builder. We spoke to our good buddy Eddie, and it seems like we're just gonna take the head off and see what the piston looks like regardless. So that's what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna start taking everything off. We're gonna take the intake off, headers off, all that stuff, which I'm sure you already know. And take a look at it and see what the damage is, and go from there. Alright, so 5 attempts later, we managed to get it off.
Notice this? Green.
So, that all looks good, relatively speaking, right?
We have any rags?
The extension's in the water.
Yeah. What is this from?
So relatively speaking, we look fine. So, update. Everything seems fine. I mean, the compression is still 175, which obviously is not the best, but the piston
I'm not saying we
itself-
didn't break a ring, but
Yeah.
we didn't melt the piston.
Yeah, the piston itself is fine, it looks like, and so is the head gasket.
Pulling out the big guns, got the digital snap-on torque wrench.
Right here. It's right there, too.
Father and son going to town on son's car. Very nice. No more clicky beepies. Little changing of the guard now. Nick's gonna do the final torquage.
Uno. We're off to a bad start.
He's wrecking the place.
How much does it say? 72. Okay.
Beautiful job, beautiful job.
So, You just saw some clips from Dad from yesterday. Fortunately, I could not be in the garage yesterday to film or help out, but they managed to get both heads on. So he's adjusting the valves and get all that set. And then obviously we should have to put the rest of the motor together, which is great. I don't know if Uncle Peter and Nick will be here anytime soon, but they plan on coming back. They did all this work yesterday and my dad, so we're gonna get to work, hopefully get a good amount done before they even get here, and then finish up the rest. Okay, so last thing you saw, we were adjusting the valves and now the intake is on. I don't want to keep showing the same thing over and over again. If people have been watching this channel probably seen this to us 100 times, so skipping over that. But the intake is on for good now. Waiting for my uncle to come here and check out the valves to make sure he's comfortable with all that. The distributor's back in, and we're just keep plugging away at it. I don't know what day we're on, what's been going on. Oh, I just noticed I just cracked my screen in here. That sucks. I don't know what day we're on. I don't have the microphones on right now because I've just been ridiculously busy and just keep forgetting to charge them. So this will probably be the last day of this video because it's going to be an ongoing process for the next like week and a half. But today we are finishing up some more work on Nick's car and hopefully go test. So I had some clips in there, so we figured out the head situation. It looked like it was just a head gasket, which is great. We brought it out to Merkel, did a little tune-up on both the heads, put it back on, which you saw earlier. Now we're kind of just doing a couple odds and ends, I guess, because the car's apart right now. So we're actually putting an O2 sensor bung in one of the headers in case we go to a dyno and they want to check the O2s, obviously. So we're gonna mess around with that, get that done, and then probably wrap up this video because it's just too long.
Hey, you went flying Bentley Spur. Hey, you went driving around the world. Hey, you went brown like a squirrel. Hey, you went Chanel pearls. Hey, you went Rolls Royce car. Hey, you went Rolls Royce truck.
All right, so I forgot the mics. I'm sorry, the audio isn't as good as it normally is, but I'm gonna put Dad on the spot here. And by no means will we professional welders whatsoever. And we don't claim to be professional anything. But what is this stuff? And what is that tube over there? Like, what are you doing? And what metal is this? And why do you do what you're doing?
This is, we're welding a bung in a stainless steel header. So what we did was we sealed off all the ports and we back purged the weld with argon, so that protects the inside of the metal. If you don't back purge, you get all like crust and stalagmites and stalactites inside the pipe on the back side of the weld. So when we weld stainless, we back purge it with straight argon with our ferric cup.
Very important, the ferric cup. Yeah, if you're not going to take the extra steps to back purge, you need to have a ferric cup. All right, so that will wrap up this video. We got the bung and the header. Say about 85% ready to go. Nick and Pete are gonna come over this weekend when we are in North Carolina and hopefully get this car running. So when we get back, we have 2 days, and then we're gonna go test at Cecil on 19th to see if we can make this happen. And if we can, and it's not a miserable day like it was at Capitol, then we'll have to decide on what we're doing for Yellow Bullet. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Shot card, hit place, bad bitch taker, AK slanging the S gangster, white flags, the one hang, 2-gun gang, twin glocks, I'm flaming. Should've been a teacher, how to get you watch out.